So many coaches, influencers, content creators, just anybody helping you grow, period. They are always talking about the importance of your messaging and basically saying that if your messaging isn't clear, you're not going to be able to attract the clients that you want to your business. And this is so very true. But what's shocking to me is that a lot of people, not a lot, I have not seen anybody talk about the difference between a message and your messaging, because there is a difference. So that's what we're going to talk about, okay? Because this right here can literally, when you understand the concept of your message and messaging, you'll be able to not only craft better messaging, but you will start to put out more effective messaging because you understand how each works and when to use them, okay? So let's first start with your message. Your message is basically what I call the deeper meaning behind your business. Your message is all up through your brand, all right? It's all the things that you believe and you value and what comes to mind when people think about you. Your message is really the emotional side of things. It's the thing that people rally behind. It's the thing that when people hear, they find common ground with. And the best way for me to give you an example of this is by sharing a story. I went to a live event and I was hired to do the VIP day. And I love this story because it really does drive this point home. And so I went and I was speaking to a whole bunch of entrepreneurs. And the way I usually present is very strategic. You know, I share my story. I have connection and relatable pieces in my talk before I move into the educational side of things, right? And so there was this young lady that pulled me aside after I got off the stage. And she's like, oh my goodness, you really spoke to me. I'm a boutique owner. I never thought about being a coach. I never thought about this side. I just love fashion and I want to make women feel good inside and out. And that is what birthed, you know, her boutique business. And she's sharing this with me. She said, but after listening to your story, I realized I have a story and I've had that feeling that I want to share my story and I want to impact people and I want to speak and I want to go to schools and speak to little girls. And this is what she's telling me. And this right here is what your message does. Your message is that common ground between you and your ideal client. It's that underlining meaning. I always say where there's no meaning, there's no message. It's the meaning behind your brand. And it's the thing that makes a person choose you over everyone else. This is what happens when people rally behind your message. That even when you change businesses, even when if you're multi-passionate, you got a lot of things going on, people enroll into that vision that you have. That's it right there. That's your message. Okay. Now let's talk about messaging. All right. Let's talk about messaging, because your messaging, that's marketing, that's sales. Your messaging is focused on specific problems and outcomes. Okay. And so your messaging is the hook of your video. Your messaging is the hook on your sales page. Your messaging is, you know, all the marketing messages that you put out there in hopes to get people's attention and to get them to enroll into your program or service. So that's the difference. Again, I'm hoping that you're getting this right here. I want you to comment below and I want you to tell me, do you understand now the difference between your message and your messaging and the role that it plays in your business? Because your message is what's going to get people's attention, but your messaging is what's going to get them to buy. And that is the reason why you need to understand the difference between both of them. So again, tell me in the comments, do you understand what I'm saying now? Was this explanation good for you? Okay. And I'm probably going to do a part 2 and 3 where I actually tell me if you want. That's another thing I want you to tell me. Tell me in the comments, do you want me to do a part 2 and 3 where I break it down and I let you know what you need under your message to have it, to make it be more impactful, and what you need in your messaging to get more sales? Let me know.